So, old chap, I hear you're attending the local college. Tell me, what is your field of study?
Well, I used to be an English major, but then I decided to become a music major instead.
Oh, yes, quite, yes, indeed. You poor fool, you.
Yeah, so wait, what did you just call me?
So, tell me, what made you decide to become a music major?
Well, I figured, why break my back for a fake degree when I could go after a fun one?
Indeed, why? Shall I toast your scathing remark?
Quite.
Cheers!
Woohoo! What's up, folks? It's ya boy Wolfgang here. And yeah, I used to be an English major, but I didn't just quit because I found music more fun. Oh no, it was because of a fateful English class I took known as Critical Thinking and Research. For those of you who don't know what critical thinking and research courses are, they're pretty much soul-crushing classes designed to overload you with obnoxious amounts of reading and writing. Now, the curriculum of the class itself wasn't so bad. We had to study various groups on our campus with a research partner, so we had to study things like the emo kids, the basketball team, or maybe even the anime group. I was able to study musicians, and it was so much fun. I also had a really good research partner by the name of Shelly. She was so cool, and we both loved rock and roll. However, the real nail in the coffin for that class was the professor, a teacher we'll just call Professor Paul. And she made the class interesting. This professor was one of the most disoriented and mixed up professors I have ever met. Her whole attitude really messed with the class and kept everything from being enjoyable. She was always trying to be an activist and always trying to work us up to do things that weren't even part of the class. And this is the single reason why I'm calling this episode The Class of Confusion. Now, the class itself didn't start off so bad, but there were a few red flags I wish I would have paid more attention to. First off, we didn't get a syllabus until after the first week of the class started, and then we didn't get a schedule until a third of the semester was over. And then homework assignments didn't even matter because she would always forget to take them. And last but certainly not least, she would never ever clarify instructions for assignments in class. Ever. And then if you did have the gall to ask her to clarify anything she just told you, she would just look at you with this face like you were stupid, and then use this tone of voice that was both snarky and condescending at the same time. It was really irritating. Worse than that, though, was her whole obsession with politics. Me and my research partner could just be sitting at our desk talking about whatever, and she would just rush in and infuse politics in all our discussions. It was really off-putting, and it killed a lot of good discussions in class. Not to mention, it made her really obnoxious as a teacher. In pretty much every lecture that she gave, she was preaching her politics at us. So the situation became either believe her or you fail the class. Yeah. Because of this environment that she cultivated in the class, it not only made the classroom feel weird, it also made her act weird. The downside of her obsession with her own views was really seen in her habits as a teacher. Some of those habits were bigger than others, like her constant attempts to undermine our college. She had some sort of weird vendetta against our school, and she was always trying to get us on the warpath with her. And then she would get confused and mixed up about assignments we were supposed to do. And then her lectures were also very rambling and incoherent. But the worst consequence of all of this confusion was the fact that she would give us assignments at the last minute. Like the dreaded poster project. So apparently, as part of our research assignment, we were supposed to make a poster presentation that we were going to give to the class at the end of the semester. Something that she didn't tell us until 2 weeks before the end of the semester. I mean, why didn't you tell us this before? Oopsies. At this point in the semester, me and my research partner had already done so much work that we were not ready to handle another tedious task like this. So we made up a title, made up some words, and then we threw on some pictures we'd ripped from Google. Yeah, we didn't care. And yet, even after all these terrible things she did, people still praised her and sucked up to her. And honestly, when you took a look at her, you could tell she loved every minute of it. I, on the other hand, had a dissenting opinion of her. But luckily, like all terrible classes, it finally came to an end. So I gathered up all my papers and I finally turned it in. Eat it! Oh! Just kidding. I didn't turn it in like that, sadly. But I wanted to. I mean, it was a joke between me and my research partner. We always wanted to slam it down like that. Now, I know you're probably wondering by now, is there a moral to this story? And the answer is yes, there is a moral. If you're going through a rough time in a class, don't give up. Just quit your major and become a music major. 'Cause music majors have more fun.